What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special episode of the Balls in Your Face podcast. If you guys haven't seen the thumbnail, if you haven't seen the title, guys, we did it, man. We got a deal with ESPN.
We have some very exciting news. For those of you wondering where you're going to find us now, we're not going to be on ESPN 1 and 2. We're actually going to be on ESPN's streaming platform, ESPN Plus.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a weekly show that's going to be running there now. And
yes, sir. And if you are not subscribed to the ESPN Plus, you can do that with Hulu and Disney Plus in the bundle for $13.99 a month. So make sure you guys check that out.
Yo, we have advertising now for Disney,
dude.
Like
we're like a part of like big names, dude.
Listen, bro,
how do you guys feel, man? I mean,
I can't wait to go head to head with Stephen A. Smith's receding hairline, bro. Me and him are gonna have battles like his hairline, my guy.
Oh man, the past couple of weeks we've had a lot of meetings with ESPN. We've talked a lot about what we want the show to be, what we what we expected. And what we wanted to keep and make sure that we keep this, environment, this atmosphere. It's definitely not going to happen tomorrow, but, slowly we're going to get into it. And we're going to keep rolling like this for a little bit. And then, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to spit out so much. But when we do roll that out, you guys will see it. But this is just the beginning of the rest of our lives. I mean, it's very big. It's very exciting. And
listen, man, I told him, I said, obviously the biggest controversy is our name. That was the only thing that was really holding us back. Yeah. But I told him, I said, listen, we bring the balls to the people. And guess what? The ball is in your court, brother. And what did they do? They got the balls in their face. That's what they did. That's what they got. The balls are in their face now.
So I know when we came out, and obviously we rebooted it from where we were a long time ago. This is like the dream that like we wanted to reach.
Yeah.
I don't even think we thought we would do it this fast, but we did. Like that was literally the dream, man. And now we're here, and like this is just the beginning. Like I know we're so thankful for the opportunity. We're on ESPN Plus now, and that's big. And the next step is be on ESPN every day.
I would have taken even PBS, dude. Anybody. PBS, ESPN Plus, dude. That's like
now we're just trashing competitors.
No. They all are competitors now.
But Bleacher Report, no,
we're just. I think thankful is an understatement. Like right now, we're contained. Like trust me, we were celebrating the past couple of days, really going crazy, and the fact that we're here now, like you said, this isn't the end. This is like when a player gets drafted. That's just the beginning.
Still gonna put out content on YouTube, but a lot of our, our podcasts, our actual podcasts, are gonna go up on ESPN Plus, and that's a big thing that we spoke about too. We wanted to keep this content going, not just on this channel, but the original podcast. So you're gonna see a whole new set. You're gonna see a whole new setting, but keeping the same vibes, same atmosphere, and we're still gonna be on it. We have complete control of our show aside from the things that they have said to us, which we cannot disclose, but we are going to continue content here behind the scenes, some different kind of videos putting out to push that podcast up. But yeah, man, I mean, we got a lot of stuff more coming. We got official merch coming through ESPN. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm very excited. Thank you guys, man. You guys made this possible. I couldn't do this alone for sure. And
we're a team.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
The biggest thing, man, like we said, like it's really early, but like LeBron once was drafted really young. Yeah. And guess what? We're here to provide the same longevity that LeBron James had. So if we want to be successful, y'all, we got to follow LeBron's blueprint, and here we are.
Yeah, I know you said Stephen A. Smith. For me, I'm most excited to just see everybody that I've seen on TV. Because, I mean, we were kind of talking about this off camera. I met Kendrick Perkins a long time ago. I saw him at Universal over here. And now I'm going to be working in the same building with him. And that's
crazy,
bro.
Dude.
We had this deal in place, and I just saw Buddy Hield yesterday at Universal. So it's like, listen, bro, the stars are aligning for a reason. Yeah, shout out to Buddy Hield, man. I know you said what's up to me, so shout out to you, my boy.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of how you said, little things like that. It's just in the right direction, and here we are, and this is definitely really big for us to be here. Cannoli's gonna make it too.
Yeah, man, that was one thing in the contract too. Dogs allowed on set.
And one thing, man, obviously this is what our first episode introducing this, so we got a little ESPN segment to go over today.
Yeah, I mean, ESPN recently came out with their list of the top 75 all-time NBA.
Well, the NBA came out with the NBA, ESPN did a ranking on it.
Yeah, yes. ESPN did a ranking. I'm sorry.
Come on, you got to get my brand right. Come on.
Our brand.
Our brand now.
Damn it.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to dive into the list. I'm not going to read the whole 75, but we're going to go into the top 12 because I feel like 12 is really relevant to today. So just going over it real quick, we got number 12, Mr. Kevin Durant. Number 11, Shaquille O'Neal, Diesel. Number 10, Kobe Bean Bryant. Number 9, Oscar Robertson. Number 8, Tim Duncan. Number 7, Larry Bird. Number 6, Bill Russell. Number 5, Wilt Chamberlain. And number 4, Magic Johnson. So then this is where we dump into the top 3. ESPN's ranking. You know, I'm not going to say I agree, but here we go. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, LeBron James.
Wait,
number 1, Michael Jordan.
Who's number 2?
You can ask ESPN that, not me.
Who's number 1?
Anyways, we're going to dive into that top 12 list, man. What do we think? What are reactions off of this?
First initial reaction, top 3 is actually my personal top 3 that I had in that same order. I had Kareem. He's the all-time scoring leader. LeBron most likely is going to pass him up. It's going to be mostly on longevity base, but number 3, I had Kareem. LeBron, I had number 2, which is no shame. You know, the only one person can be number 1. And that's where I had Jordan on top. So they had the same top 3 that I had personally. Down the list, there's a little bit differences I had that I'm going to get into. But that was like my first like initial takeaway. Like the top 3 that I had was what they had.
All right. And just to go straight into it, as in like, let's talk about the whole top 12. So from 6 through 12, I'm going to read off 6 through 12. I feel like we can do a little moving around in between there, especially based on like how big the player was and what he is to the sport. And then even some players on this list are still playing right now. So let's go from number 6, Bill Russell. Number 7, Larry Bird. Number 8, Tim Duncan. Number 9, Oscar Robertson. Number 10, Kobe. Number 11, Shaq. And number 12, KD. Obviously, the only one player that is playing right now is KD. So what do you guys think about that?
So for me, I grew up, I watched Tim Duncan. I saw him in the finals and everything. He's a hell of a player. Hell of a player.
But he's not 7.
No. My personal opinion, I would take Shaq over him. I think Shaq had a higher peak, but obviously I feel like the Shaq that some people have in their memories when he's on the Cavs with LeBron, he averaged like 12 points, and towards the end of his career, Phoenix. We think about him, the player that he was and what he became towards the end. I'm thinking about his peak. When he was at his peak, he was the last like most dominant center that we had. And now we have Joel Embiid that's coming up in the league now, and Nikola Jokic are different types of center. Shaq was that dominant big in the middle. So peak wise, I'm taking Shaq over, and I think that elevates him. And also what goes into that for me, Tim Duncan, like I said, fundamentally sound. He was a hell of a player, but his nickname is the big fundamental, and that wasn't at all times exciting, if that makes sense. So when I think about Shaq, I think about that dominant power, inside force, and I think about Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan probably had a longer peak, but I think Shaq's peak was really high. So for me, I would actually move Kobe. What was Tim Duncan? 8, right?
Yep.
I would move 7.
I would move Kobe up, and I'd probably have Shaq in that top 10. I'll probably have Tim Duncan at number 11, right on the outside, but still creeping in.
Outside looking in.
What do you think? What do you think, Christian?
About what?
About 6 through 12. Does anything?
He's like, what are we
change?
talking about?
No.
Does anything need to change or?
I didn't think Tim Duncan should be in top 10. When he said that, I was like, oh snap, bro.
Yeah.
I would move Shaq.
So you're sliding him back. And
so what? Kobe was 10.
Kobe was 10.
10. Yeah, I would switch Shaq, and who was number 9?
Number 9 was
Oscar
Robertson.
Oh.
So it goes into the debate, players that we didn't grow up watching. Yeah. So it goes into obviously Bill Russell and everything. He has 11 championships, but how high do we rank that over? Obviously, he has the most championships all time. So how do we rank that with other people and other eras?
I feel like that's what got taken into consideration with Tim Duncan, because Tim Duncan has 5 rings and he won it. Like you see him in the beginning of his career, in the middle, and at the end, towards the end of it. And I think that's what came into consideration, because Shaq has
4.
4. So he has less rings, and then even you can argue towards the end of it, his last ring, he wasn't as much of a factor compared to Tim Duncan and his last championship.
He wasn't the number 1, but Shaq was still. It was his last championship with Miami. Mm-hmm. He was still. That was that big trade that came in. He was still that big force in the middle.
He should have won one with the Celtics, but he got hurt.
I wouldn't even have counted that.
At that point, he was ring chasing.
Nah,
he went to Cleveland and tried to go play with LeBron.
Shaq got injured running up the court. If he won a championship that year, I'm sorry.
But yeah, when I think
damn.
Yeah, when I think about it, I agree. You know, Shaq was a dominant force, and I feel like his peak was higher. But yeah, they definitely took into consideration rings. But when I think about that, I'm like, Oscar Robertson, he doesn't even have a ring to his name.
I believe he has one. He won it with the Bucks.
Oh, then it was towards the end of his career. Yeah, because he played for the Royals, the Cincinnati Royals, for 10 years. Played for Milwaukee for 4. It doesn't say that he has a ring on here though.
Maybe I'm tripping, but
ESPN. Nah, I don't think they won. I'm pretty sure he didn't win a ring. But
So
either way, even if he won one, right? So he's known for triple doubles. Honestly, the only reason I know his name is because Russell Westbrook broke his record. That's the only reason why I know who Oscar Robertson is.
what Westbrook did now, which was remarkable, what we saw him do the past couple of years, that's what Oscar Robertson did back then. So imagine
crazy.
never seeing that before, and then this guy is doing literally everything on the court. So that's why era does play a role into it, because what he did during his time when no one ever saw it before, we saw Westbrook doing it, and we're like, okay, what Westbrook did, that's what we see, that's what we could compare it to, and that's what he broke. So that's where I feel like maybe he does get elevated a little bit because of when he played. That being said, I would still probably move Kobe over him. Like I said, Kobe for me in my list, he would jump up to number 8. I think it's a debate between Kobe and Larry Bird in that part, but I would just have them slide up, maybe have Oscar more towards 10.
See, that's my thing though, is that I feel like Oscar, what I find funny is that obviously the biggest thing is that Russell Westbrook can go out and get triple doubles, but he doesn't win. And then you look at Oscar Robertson. I think he doesn't have a ring, but we'll find out after.
You know what?
Look it up.
I'm about to look it up
Look
right
it up
now.
on the great web or the ESPN app. But what's funny is even if he has, let's say, one ring, he was that phenomenal of a player and still didn't win that much, you know? Because if he did, I think he teamed up with Kareem. Did he not?
Yeah, that's
He
I
teamed up
was
with
right.
Kareem.
He won in 1971.
Is
That was
Russ
his first
even on the
championship.
list at all?
He's on the top 75. I don't know.
Was he?
He was.
I don't even remember him in the introduction.
Damian Lillard was on the list too. So like,
D. Lil? No.
That's what I find funny though, is that Russell doesn't win anything, and then Oscar really wasn't winning. He went with Kareem, and Kareem is top 3. So Kareem is 3. So it's like I just find it funny.
But Russ still has some time.
so do you think?
But we're not getting the best years of him.
So like how you said, Kareem, do you think players that teamed up with each other to win a championship, do you think that takes away from them being in the top 10?
No,
Because Kareem and Magic, I mean, they're 3 and 4, and they were teammates.
I just feel like the
And
amount,
Kobe and Shaq.
I just
they
feel like
teamed up.
I feel like the amount like matters, like because I mean when you can go out there and win multiple, that's when you're like, dang, that team was stacked or something like that, and they're just like a good functional oil team versus like once again Oscar Robertson went and he was there for 4 years and they only won 1 chip in the time frame that he was there, because obviously Kareem won some chips. So then let's talk about the top 5. Obviously, let's talk about the top 5. We got Wilt at 5.
Wait, real quick. You guys know Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Yeah,
You know the basketball player? His name is Wilt.
I didn't know that.
After Wilt
The one that you
Chamberlain?
never see his face.
No, you see his face. He only has one arm, I think.
Oh no! I thought it was like
The
you only
red
see his
one.
legs.
The red one.
I thought you only see his legs and he's walking around. No, I
talking about
think
the
I'm
same
confusing.
show?
I think I'm confusing. I know
Is that
he,
Charlie
he dribbles.
Brown?
No, maybe in the Fosters in the photo, like his. I don't know.
Oh, because he's too tall for the
Yes,
photo. 'cause
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but his name is Wilt, and he's named after Wilt Chamberlain. Isn't that crazy?
One thing we'll talk about that. So Wilt at
All right, I'm
5.
sorry.
No, you're good. I'll just say Wilt at 5, Magic at 4, Kareem at 3, LeBron at 2, and Jordan at 1. So let's just go down the list starting from 5. Wilt, obviously, I feel like bringing that up, he was like, I think he was the tallest guy in his era, bro. He was playing in the
What was his height?
He was 7'1".
7'1".
Wow.
Back then, there wasn't people really to dominate. I mean, like to go against him and stack up against him.
So,
So,
like-
that's why a lot of the records that he has, they're like, dude, nobody was even playing.
In comparison, like
guys-
Bill Russell, he was the center at that time. He's 6'9", so that's
Damn, dude.
5. No, that's like 4 inches shorter. But anytime you see a record in the history books, like obviously 100 points that Kobe got close and he got 81. That's still 19
not
points
even- yeah,
away.
exactly.
So like, in my lifetime, I don't think we're ever gonna see anyone break that record. But anytime there's a
They're about to
record,
make Bionic NBA Bionic National Bionic Basketball League.
anytime you do something and your name is mentioned with Wilt and Jordan and just different people like that, like you did something, especially Wilt that has a lot of records. And he was a complete player too.
I'm doing this because guess who broke Wilt's record recently? Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. He broke Wilt's streak of 35 plus points with over 50% efficiency, like field goal percentage. DeMar broke that, and guess what? This is what Wilt was doing.
Yo, but to be fair,
He's just doing this, so that's why his field goal percentage was so high.
He did
versus
okay,
DeMar's mid-range game.
Let's give him
those points. DeMar's not in the top 10, but I'm just saying.
Let's give him more credit. Wilt had a turnaround jumper. He wasn't just dunking everything.
Well, my point is,
you act like he just walked up.
No,
and was
literally.
Like,
guess what? But who's blocking it? Like nobody's.
To be fair,
okay. But what I'm saying is that you said for anyone to break his record, if your name,
you're right, and I'll give him that. But
shout out to DeMar, man.
You're talking about a 7-game stretch. We'll average 50 points for a season. So
okay, that's a different stat.
It's because he went like this.
He went like this.
He literally just did that.
Just dumped it in.
Nah, but shout out to Will. You got anything on Will at all?
I thought he would be higher just because What, so what was he? 6, 5?
He's fifth.
5. And who's 4?
Magic.
4 is Magic.
Oh, Magic.
See, and that's where it gets, I don't want to say tricky, because Magic was a phenomenal player. But once again, like, he was great. No, he was great. I'm not even going to devalue him. He was great. But look at it, bro. He was playing with number 3, the number 3 greatest player of all time.
I'm not going to be here.
So then that's
I'm not going to be here.
I'm not going to be here.
But
that says what I was talking about earlier. Do you think they take away from each other a little bit?
it's like, it's hard to say, though, because Magic was a great player. But it's like, do you think he would win as much if Kareem wasn't on that team?
Do you think Kareem would have won as much if Magic wasn't there?
Yeah, that's
so you could say it both ways.
So why Kareem over Magic? Is it because Kareem won without Magic?
I think being the all-time leading scorer, that plays into it. Also, he wasn't known as a defensive center, but he still led the league in blocks a couple years. So he was still that dominant force in the middle. I think part of it is, like, when you talk about the 70s and the 80s back then, you built your team with a big man. So Magic played through that era. If Magic would have played now, the numbers that you see some players having now, where he would have had the ball the majority of the time, he was their point guard, but his stats would have been like on another level. Back then, you just built your team through center, and I feel like that factors in a little bit because you see what Kareem was, and coming out of college too, how he came straight to the NBA and was that same level player. I think that plays a role into it a little bit. And like I said, all-time leading scorer. He has the championships with it. So all that all together, I think that's what elevates him a little bit over Magic, even though they were teammates. And Magic's, when they won the first championship, when Magic played all 5 positions, Kareem was injured.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Magic took that over and won a championship like that. So I just think all that taken into consideration, I think for me, I would still put Kareem over him because all that, what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I'm just listing it. So Kareem got 6 chips. He got 5 on Magic. And it says, yeah. Oh, no, it just says exactly what you were going to say. Never mind. But, no. But, yeah, I
am ESPN.
I can see that, though.
We are ESPN.
Bro.
That should be our new intro.
Did a commercial play yet? No, not sure. All right, so.
And now for the commercial break.
Yeah, we're going to need one before we dive into this.
Like it's about to go down.
So we're just going to go straight into 2-in-1 package deal. Number 2, Mr. LeBron James, and number 1, Michael Jordan. Do we have any problems with that? Yes, we do. LeBron James is number 1. But let me see what y'all think. What do you think, Christian? Number 2 and number 1. Do you feel like it's correct?
Yes.
Okay, you feel like it's correct. Why is it correct?
Because Jordan is the GOAT.
Why is he the GOAT?
Because what did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do? You tell me. You know what he did.
6-0. 6-0.
6-0 in the finals.
Oh, what did LeBron do?
He's 4-6 currently in the finals.
4-6? God
4-6.
damn.
Yeah. Your boy also retired 3 times.
Yeah, it was.
He retired
twice.
3 times.
So I'll say this:
he didn't win the first 6 years of his career. He was doing nothing. But all that doesn't get taken into consideration. 6-0. If that was the case, Bill Russell would be number 1.
No,
but that's not the case.
This is why
it's not about just 6-0.
This is why I don't like that argument. Because when Bill Russell did that, there was like 10 teams in the NBA.
Okay.
If he won 10, I would have been disappointed.
All right, why didn't Wilt have 10?
Okay, but Wilt was a little bit after.
Okay,
Wilt played in the same. Wilt went against Bill, but it was more. Wilt played in the 70s, so it was a little bit after.
All right, I'm making the same argument. I'm not saying that it's all about rings, so that's why you can't just say 6-0 against LeBron. Why is he better than LeBron?
Because my eyes told me when I watched him play.
Because you were alive and you watched him play.
Okay, well, I see his highlights now. And it's not just about highlights, but you have to do your research.
Like, I was alive back then.
Listen,
you look at the research, all defensive team number 1 multiple times, and he was a scoring champion, all that. So this is the thing with LeBron. 6-0, yes, that goes into, and LeBron's been 4-6. I saw one of those finals that LeBron lost. and I can genuinely say he was the reason that they lost that series against Dallas. When you score 8 points in a finals and average less than 20, and you're LeBron and you're the GOAT, I know when you're talking about 1 and 2, because LeBron is phenomenal, but you got to nitpick those little things. And when I saw a series that he gave up like that, that's what has to be the separating factor.
So why wasn't Jordan winning his first couple years in his career?
LeBron didn't.
In the first round of the playoffs versus LeBron just lost the first round of the playoffs just this past year.
It took him 17. It
took him 17 years to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
He still lost it.
He spent nearly half his career in the finals.
Since I've seen him with the Lakers, I've seen him miss the playoffs his first year. I don't care if you injuries, whatever. Everyone deals with that.
That's fine.
Miss the playoffs. He wins a chip. Where's he at the year after? Losing the first round. Where are they at now? If it wasn't for the
why are we just skipping over winning a chip?
But wait, when did LeBron win his first one?
LeBron won his first one in 2013.
With who?
With the Heat.
Exactly.
So he had
10 years after he was drafted.
All right, so let me ask you, when's the first time?
Why are you saying Jordan?
You know why?
His first
listen to this, right?
Listen.
So, how long did it take for LeBron to get to the finals?
Okay, he made it.
How long? Let me ask you.
He made it after 4 years. He made it after. Let me know. Okay, he made it in 2007.
What took Jordan so long? What took Jordan so long?
He also think about it. He played in the Eastern Conference.
Okay,
you still had.
So did LeBron. Okay.
Okay, the Eastern Conference was not as good as what it was.
Why wasn't it? You want to make that argument against LeBron every single time, but when when Jordan was going up, it was so tough.
You want to know
with the bad boy Pistons?
You want to know
and with Larry Bird on the Celtics?
Yeah,
old Larry Bird. He wasn't even young
at that
Larry
point.
Bird.
That's still Larry Bird, number 7 on this list.
That was old Larry Bird.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about LeBron. A team that he got through was the Pistons. You know how many top players they have in the top 75? 0. Not Chauncey Billups, not Rip Hamilton. Nobody on that team
was up for an argument.
They're not top 75.
You're not gonna put anyone on top 75
from that team. No.
You're not putting
from that
Chauncey Billups against up over Damian Lillard, who has no rings or anything to his name.
No,
that's crazy.
That's his coach right now, so that's funny. But no,
put some respect on his name.
I'm not taking him. So you think about the competition that he went through back then to LeBron when he broke through, and what happened when he went against a team that had Hall of Famers like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and all. He got swept, and I don't want to hear the argument that he was young.
My point is that at least he carried his team all the way to the finals, and he was able to do that because when you look at the talent that he had on his team, right?
But it's like
how much talent did he have on his team?
Mo Williams made an All-Star team.
Oh.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas made an All-Star team.
Yo, so who is that?
Who?
Ilgauskas?
Didn't I say that name on one of them?
No. That's just no.
I don't know who that is.
But no, prime example is that you don't know who these people are because they were nobodies, and that's what LeBron does. LeBron elevates his team no matter who's on the damn court.
You're not a nobody if you made an All-Star team.
Right now, you're seeing it start to dwindle down because he's getting older. He's getting older naturally, but. Him being this age, he just won a chip 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Just 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
He was 35. So he was 35. Jordan didn't win when he was 35?
In his 16th season?
Okay, but Jordan...
Did Jordan do it in his 16th season?
Did Jordan win a chip when he was 35?
Did Jordan do it in his 16th?
Yeah, but Jordan went to college.
Jordan only played...
And LeBron came out of high school.
Jordan had to retire and take a year off before he had to come back and try to win.
So Jordan only played 13 seasons in the NBA. So that goes to what I was talking about earlier. He had to go through college. Back then, it's not that, he wasn't good enough to come straight out of high school. It's not that. It's that wasn't how the league ran back then.
But I'm saying
you went to college and you developed.
Playing in college is not the same thing as playing in the NBA.
Okay, but he
didn't give him enough time.
He gave up. He came out after his junior year, so he gave up 3 years.
What I'm saying is that if LeBron was any ordinary player, his body would have been done years ago. Been done, because you're not going to act like college has the same amount of games as an NBA season.
Okay, it doesn't, but you're talking about time in the NBA. I'm talking about Jordan gave up some time where he went to college. Yes, he retired in the middle. So this is what...
How many times did he retire? Total time. Let me ask you.
He retired in the middle of his career, 94, 95. He came back. He retired after the last 3P with the Bulls.
Yep.
He came back with the Wizards when he was 39 and 40.
What did he do when he played with the Wizards?
He averaged 20 as a 40-year-old.
What did he do? Did he win anything?
Okay, but he averaged 40.
Did he win anything? I'm asking you.
Okay, so my thing is...
But what about LeBron right now? Is he winning anything?
He just won 2 years ago.
Yeah,
when
he was 2 years ago. 35. What about when he's 40?
In his 17th season
when Jordan was 35, he won a chip still. So that's where... I don't want to hear the years. I don't want to hear the years.
Okay. You can easily take away the first. You could take away the first few years of LeBron's career and say that he went to high school.
So this is what you could also do,
college,
right?
And he didn't win anything.
This is what you could also do, right? All right. So let's nitpick, right? When did Jordan win? When did Jordan first win?
It was what, 90, 91.
Mm-hmm. Who was on the team?
Who was on the team?
Who was on the team?
Scottie Pippen.
All right, let's start listing the players. Who was on the team?
Was the first three-peat? It was what? Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. I mean, what else is there?
Who was coaching?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, right? Okay. What did Jordan do outside of Phil Jackson? What did he do?
That was his coach's whole career. That's not even fair.
Not his whole career.
Well,
See, that's the problem with y'all, bro. Y'all act like literally this is his whole career. No,
because look,
there was a time before Phil Jackson came.
I feel like we need to slap Josh.
There was a time after Phil Jackson came, and he didn't do jack. He didn't do squat.
So his coach,
he didn't win without Pippen. He didn't win without. Let me ask you,
his coach
what notable coach that LeBron has? That's
Eric Spoelstra. He just made the top 75 coaching list.
Okay,
and LeBron wanted him fired.
Exactly right. Eric Spoelstra. Did LeBron win anything outside of Eric Spoelstra?
Because look,
did he?
Because what he does,
yes, he did.
No,
he won in Cleveland. He won in LA, and he won in Miami.
Because look what he does. He nitpicks his situations where he's going to go. When it gets too hard in Cleveland, he couldn't do it. Jordan could have left Chicago. Why didn't he? Because he built that foundation. LeBron had to go to D Wade, learn how to win. He said, Dwayne Wade, I know you won a championship. Show me how to do that.
Yeah, he didn't.
Show me how to do that.
He didn't win a championship.
He had to go to
right
Miami.
off the bat.
He did that. And what happened with the Heat towards the end? Wade got a little bit older. Bosh started dealing with health issues. All right, let me go back to Cleveland. I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Homecoming. Oh, but coincidentally, you also have Kyrie Irving. You have 2 back-to-back number 1 picks, Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett, that you trade for Kevin Love, who at the time was one of the best power forwards in the league, and that's what you needed to win. So you needed to go to a situation to shape it for you, and then he won.
Coincidentally, right? So Jordan stayed. What ended up happening with the Chicago? They actually ended up building a team. What was Cleveland doing the whole time that he was there the first time around? Who were they giving him? An old Shaq?
They gave him 2 All-Stars.
They gave him the first time around.
And then Jonas Ilgauskas.
No. You don't even know who that is, bro. You don't even know who that is.
Big Z?
I don't even know who that is, bro.
Big Z
Literally.
and Jonas?
The point is that they weren't able to build a team. You got to give credit to the coach that led Michael Jordan as well. You got to give credit to the GM for being able to build that team together and actually keeping them together until he decided to break it up, which is stupid. Listen,
I
respect Jordan. I'm not a Jordan hater.
This is a continuation of our
Jordan
last
fans
episode.
are LeBron haters. That's all they are. That's literally all they are. And you're a hater because he left Miami.
Vice versa.
You're left because you're a hater because he left
fans
Miami.
are Jordan haters.
I'm not a Jordan hater. I'm just telling you, you guys.
You do hate on Jordan a lot.
Listen. Every stat when it comes to how far. Yo, this is gonna be the longest one. Listen, we got bumped up to 30 minutes on ESPN Plus.
We literally had this. Didn't we talk about this already?
No,
we didn't do this.
We're gonna have our own episode on this.
This is always
gonna
be on this.
This is gonna be.
But listen, I'm just gonna say that every time it comes to Jordan, LeBron, it's longevity. It's more longevity. So you're telling me, right? You're telling me a guy that's probably gonna finish number 3 in assists and number 1 in scoring. Yeah, that doesn't really get taken into account.
It's not that it doesn't take into account.
Because he can be better than everyone else, longer than anyone else, but that's bad because of longevity.
Jordan made 33,000 career points. He did that in 13 seasons played. While LeBron is year 19. Next year he'll be 20.
We're not acting like Jordan ever bumped up to number 1. LeBron passed him a minute ago.
Yeah, he passed him a minute ago. What season was he in? Year 15,
My point
16?
is that if Jordan was that guy and he was this, then the third, he never was number 1 on all of it, any of it.
It took him 3 seasons extra to pass what Jordan did.
Okay, but my point is that Jordan was never number 1 or even close to that. Why?
What do you mean?
Why was he not? Why did he not reach that stuff? It's not because he didn't join college. It's not because he did college.
Because his career was 13 years.
Why?
He retired.
He
retired.
Maybe he should have just thugged it out.
I'm sorry.
Maybe he should. Yeah, you should be sorry.
He retired.
He retired. He retired for no reason.
You're right.
Bro.
I can't say
for
anything.
no
His
reason.
glasses fogging up.
No, literally, I'm getting heated right now.
Literally, you should be. You should be because your boy quit twice. I'm sorry, bro. Why'd he quit? Why'd he quit? Right? He quit because his coach, his number 1 coach, right? His number 1 coach retired. Right? Bounced out of the league. Done. So he was like, bet I'm not gonna play for anyone. What does Phil Jackson do? Because he's such a great coach, which you can't argue. What does he go do? He goes with Shaq and Kobe and wins more rings.
He went with Shaq and Kobe.
And wins more rings.
2 players whose number
wins more rings.
All right, number 10 and number 11 on this list.
Who did they
win with Shaq and Kobe?
What did they do before that? Before Phil Jackson went over there?
Well, Kobe wasn't even there yet. Shaq lost in Orlando, so Shaq made it to the finals without him.
Damn. So Shaq did what Jordan couldn't. Golly.
Yeah.
You heard that here first, y'all. You heard that here first. Shaq did what Jordan couldn't. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, this is going to be... Watch, this is going to be a whole other
And then guess
episode.
what? He comes back, he's not getting coached by Phil Jackson and can't win jack squat.
Yeah, I mean... Doug Collins was his coach. I'm sorry. Like,
And he actually loved Doug Collins.
He did
loved
love
him.
Doug Collins.
He loved him more than Phil Jackson, but guess what? He couldn't win.
You know what? I'm sorry Jordan, as a 39 and 40-year-old, didn't win a championship. I'm sorry he only averaged 20. Like, he should have been more than that.
You should be sorry that he left the damn league to go play baseball and suck at baseball too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Suck at baseball too.
Damn,
man.
bro, you just
Listen, dude. Listen, we got this platform for a reason. We're
I'm
here
sorry,
to
man.
be able to do things like this. And guess what? LeBron is one. ESPN, I quit.
yeah.
So to be fair, April Fools.
Fools, guys.
We're never on ESPN yet. Just yet.
Nobody talked to us. No.
Yeah. If we actually got you guys. Sorry, but when
us
we actually
up.
do go to ESPN, you guys will be ready for it.
Listen, dude. We're not even going to ESPN because we're going to take over and be over ESPN.
We're going to be our own sports network.
If somebody's buying into us, it's because we're doing something right. So just making that clear. ESPN Worldwide Sports is going to turn into Balls in Your Face Worldwide Sports.
I don't think Disney would ever do that.
They're like, we can't send that.
That's a
message
dream, I guess.
I feel like Walt would let us happen. Walt
is dead.
Walt's head is actually frozen.
That's what they say. But that's a conspiracy for another episode. Guys, if you like this video, if you want to see more, hit the thumbs up, hit the sub, hit the bell. Comment down below what you think of the list. And
with that being said, make sure you don't get ESPN Plus. Why? Because you can follow us on the Ballsy Face Podcast on YouTube, the Ballsy Face Podcast on Instagram, BIYF the podcast on Twitter, and Ballsy Face Podcast on TikTok.
And it's all for free.
What? For free?
All for the free. Follow us, like it up, subscribe. Let us know what you think, man. Tell us who's number one. Who's number one?
Jordan
Feel
or
free.
LeBron?
I will personally comment under your comment if you comment for this video. So best believe I'll be on the lookout. Let us know. Let us know what you think. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Josh Ramos.
I'm Azir Hernandez.
And I'm Christian Rivera.
Bye.
Bye.